She thought I was just the quiet daughter from the first marriage. She smiled at my father, poisoned his mind against me, and planned to take everything when he died. But she forgot one thing: my mother raised me smarter than that. My name is Claire Bennett. I'm 28, born and raised in Hamilton, Ontario, and this is how I turned my stepmother's life upside down, without ever raising my voice. Growing up, my dad was my hero. After my mom died in a car crash when I was 9, it was just us. We'd eat frozen pizza on the couch, binge bad crime shows, and talk about how one day I'd take over his real estate firm. Then, she showed up. Vanessa, my stepmother. She was everything my mom wasn't: polished, perfect, all white teeth and cold eyes. Dad met her at a networking event, and within 6 months, she was living in our house and redecorating everything that reminded him of my mom. At first, I tried. I called her Ness, helped her with groceries, even went shopping with her. But it wasn't long before she started making snide comments about my weight, my clothes, how I'd never be CEO material. And slowly, Dad changed. He became distant, critical. When I graduated business school, he didn't even show up to the ceremony. Vanessa said he had a migraine. I didn't buy it. Still, I stayed loyal. Worked my way up in his company. Started in admin. Then project coordinator. Then marketing. I knew every inch of that firm, while Vanessa pretended to be head of brand. Then, 3 years ago, Dad had a stroke. It wasn't fatal, but it left him unable to manage the company or his estate. Vanessa was named his legal guardian. And 2 weeks after that, she called me into the office and said, "Claire, I'm restructuring. Your department no longer exists." She fired me from the company my father built, the one I'd dedicated a decade to. I was furious, but I kept my cool. Because I knew what Vanessa didn't. Dad had once taken me to a lawyer to prepare a joint will, years before she came into the picture. I had a scanned copy saved in my email. She thought I was too stupid to notice she'd filed a new one, excluding me entirely. I didn't need a lawyer. I needed leverage. And that came when I learned her secret. Vanessa was embezzling money from my dad's company to fund a side project, a luxury skincare brand she was building under a shell company registered in Alberta. I created a fake LinkedIn profile as an investor, started messaging her assistant, and got a list of suppliers and funders. I made a few calls. Turns out, her biggest investor had no idea she was using company money to fund the startup. I sent him proof. Within days, Vanessa's accounts were frozen. Her brand launch was cancelled. The board at my father's firm? Furious. I anonymously leaked the embezzlement details to the company's HR department and the press. She was removed from her guardian status. An independent financial manager was appointed. And that's when I showed him the old will. 1 week later, the court reinstated my inheritance. I was granted full legal authority over my dad's medical and financial decisions. Vanessa? She was left with nothing but an overdrawn credit card and a pink slip from a company she thought she owned. I walked into her office, my old office, and said, "Funny, you always said I wasn't strong enough." Turns out, I was just patient. She didn't respond. She just stared at the box of her things as security waited to escort her out. If you've ever been underestimated by someone who tried to steal your future, just remember, the quiet ones always hit hardest. Like, comment, and subscribe if you felt that.